Hi everyone, Mr. Oldbrick here, the oldest Lego builder in the world, being 68. Am I the oldest Lego builder in the world? Maybe. Here we are today, unboxing, I don't know how to say this word, the Koenigsegg Jesko. Now in my future videos you will see I have the white one of these. But this is not just about this. This is about Lego building as a matter of fact. So let's unbox this, let's open this. I always do it this way. Here we go. The bags. We have 6 bags, 7 bags. And a sticker sheet. And this is what I want to talk to you about. When I first started doing Lego, they were in the smaller sets. And okay, you get the book and you get the building instructions. But I just want to show you a few sets that I've done before, and we'll come back to this. What I wanted to show you was Lego sets I've built before, and from the big to the small. So if you go to the small, you've obviously got the latest F1 small series. And then that's a bag. And then obviously you've got the Speed Champion sets. And then you've got the smaller F1 set. Then you've got the other Speed Champion set. And then you've got the latest one out that I built as well. And then you have the Formula One one, which is a big one. So what I'm trying to explain to you, all these came with building instructions. Okay, so now I'm going to follow on the big Technic sets, the supercars. Look at them. The McLaren. Well, we've got the Ferrari. That's the, I think it's a Bugatti Sion, or one of them. And that. I built all 4 of these. Now obviously these are big builds. They're very big builds. And I'll show you what the problem was when I first started building Lego. So now you can see what I have built, and in future videos you'll see a lot more, because you've not seen what or some of the other sets that I've got. So I'll be showing you something else now. Now, here's the problem when I first had to come to. I used to buy from the shop, and of course you get the shop, you get the manual back. Now, I don't know if you're like a lot of people, but like these manuals are quite big. The other ones for like the heads and the Speed Champion cars and the brick heads are small. So if you look at this, These are the instructions. Now obviously being an older guy or even some young people, to begin in they're okay. But when you get into the detail, the little details, it's virtually impossible. You know, you can get your magnifying glass out, have a look, you know, see what's going on. But you've seen all the sets before, the Ferrari sets, the big Technic car, McLaren, the big Ferrari, the Bugatti, the Scion. I would not have been able to build them at all, not at all, by using these. It's just too, you know, I mean, if your eyesight's not brilliant, you know, I'm 68 years old, so you're looking back a few years, but, you know, you've got to get these perfect, otherwise you've got to redo them again, and that will take time. But you know, try to make sure you've got the right piece, and you're looking there, and you're looking where you've got to put it. It takes too much time. But obviously, buying the sets from stores, you don't have the idea of what you can do and what can be done. So I thought, what am I going to do? And then I had a look. I should have looked before, but there you go. I had a look. Let me sit down and move this camera up closer, because we want to look at the computer screen now. Right, there we go. So, how can you build with people with not brilliant eyesight, build and it not take it out of you? You know, you have to get your magnifying glass out all the time. Well, there's only one way, and this is what I show you, and this is where Lego are far above any other rival. So you go on here, and then you've obviously got your building instructions. Now, having a big computer screen is fantastic. So, obviously, I don't use the book at all. I have not used the book in 10 years. I use this. Now look at the size of that. Let's go to the first, one of the first instructions. Well, they're pretty simple, but again, let's go to, I'm just trying to find the one I've got on the page there. But like, look at this. You get this is all pretty simple, you know, believe it or not. And it makes it easier if your eyesight's like crap, like mine. But let's go to page 35. That's the easiest way to do it. Yeah, that's it. 35. The page is different numbered actually. So if you look at that, that is that, but look at the size difference. That's small. But this is perfect, and especially when you're coming to the big cars or the big sets, where you know you make one mistake on this, and you know it doesn't help. But like, if you look at it, the natural size from the booklet, you know, you've got to have perfect eyesight, which a lot of people haven't got perfect eyesight. But I have not built. Like I said, I've not built a Lego set using the manual for a long time, and that's why, if you see my manuals, they're all in perfect condition because they've never been used. I never use them. So you can build and you can look for faults and you can do everything. So you just add that together. This is, I think, is one of Lego's key parts of brick building. And I didn't even know they had this, to tell you the truth. Maybe I should have looked, but a lot of people who might want to build Lego, if they saw this, that they could go onto their computer and, you know, I can make this bigger or smaller. You know, if I want to make it bigger, all I do is just go to View. View, and I can zoom in, zoom out. Oh, it's at its biggest size at the moment. So look at that. You can see everything, and you can see what needs to go where. And on the on the smaller, on the brickheads and that lot, it's murder. On the small speed champions cars, it's murder because the booklets are so small. I mean, this booklet isn't so bad, so I probably could have done a few with that, but not the big cars. Because it's exactly where you've got to put the pieces in place. So this is my thanks to Lego. The building instructions for people who aren't brilliantly 100% sighted. My sighting's pretty good, but not to build Lego. And I love Lego's building instructions are the best. It gives you what you need to know, where it is, and that's why I build the big sets, and I can build any Lego set that's around that I want to. And being an old timer, being 68, how many other 68-year-olds or even 50-year-olds can actually look at that, the manual, and build from that? I only ever build from the internet because I've got a big computer, an iMac, the biggest screen that was possible. But it is such a great feeling. You can know I can build anything without reverting to the books. Because some of the books, I couldn't make it out. And I bought copy sets of Lego, which I'll be showing you. And all I've done is I've used the Lego instructions because their instructions are not any good. So Lego's building instructions, the online one, is perfect. Now let me know your comments. Do you, I see a lot of people online, they're using the book, but as I said, I never use the book, the manual instructions. Do any of you use the online instructions? I think it's a lot better, but I think Lego are missing out on future customers by telling them we can help you build. You can put it on your computer and see a bigger version of the manual on your computer. Anyway, this is Mr. Old Brick, the oldest Lego builder in the world. Maybe. Please like, comment, subscribe, and tell me, leave your comments. What do you think? And we'll build this car and I'll show you it as I start and as I go through it, just to show you how it works. So this is Mr. Old Brick. Please like, subscribe, comment. Let's move on.